fair. I follow him into battle any day.
Okay, some through this way.
Hello, outsider.
Okay, this guy can apparently help me with something.
Did you want to try isolating the virus?
No, it's not working. Let's talk something else.
I suppose I could take a small break, but I can only spare a little time. Ask away.
What do you think of Harden trying to get McNamara dismissed?
I don't have time to think about silly things like politics right now. My main concern right now is getting this blasted data store up and running.
What kind of information is in the data store?
Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information regarding the layout and systems of this bunker, but we've since added our own data as well. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest.
Okay, I'll go now.
Later.
Okay, yeah, is that some kind of Brotherhood sign-off? I guess Brotherhood has its traditions, and that is a tradition of the Brotherhood. Later.
Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful.
So you're the head of security?
That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it.
What are the rules regarding entering or leaving exactly?
Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning.
I had other questions.
Fine by me.
What would an elder have to do to get kicked out?
So you've been talking to Harden, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Harden. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it.
What happened in Helios exactly?
I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day.
Who is Elijah?
Who was Elijah, more like? He was our elder before McNamara. Bright guy, but just between you and me, he was a little off. Our mission is to recover and preserve the technology of the past, but Elijah wanted more. He sought ways to improve upon technology, make it better. When we found Helios 1, he was like a kid in a candy store. Kept talking about the potential and a grand design never realized. He even insisted we set up our base there, against the objection of nearly every paladin. What followed is a whole other story.
I need to get going.
Bye.
So you obviously aren't the person in charge of the firing range.
Doc Schuler is a lifesaver. I was hurt in training the other day, and she fixed it.
Ah, Doctor.
Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. If you ever need medical attention, this is the place to come.
So you're a doctor?
Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer. But my other duties say otherwise.
Other duties?
I'm this bunker's head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her.
You really don't like Taggart, do you?
I don't appreciate how much harder I have to work to cover for his tendency to focus on his personal projects. I try not to think too much about his personal proclivities.
I'll leave you to... Well, let's have a look at your medical supplies.
I suppose I have a few things around that I can spare.
Okay. Anything I can get rid of? Some poison glands from the Cazadors. And combat knife. Not gonna have much use for that. And how about I'm not sure. Definitely need the stealth boy. That'll come in handy at some point, I'm sure. And nothing I really want to get rid of. Let's get a couple of stim packs, nevertheless. Since we've only got all 3 of them right now.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Bye.
Probably should check with Veronica whether I've got anything on her that could be sold.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
A magnum would be useful for repairing my own. More poison glands. Could come in handy for making antidotes. Right shotgun. Could come in handy at some point, as could the service rifle. These armors though, they're a bit outdated, to be honest. Okay. These badly need a repair.
Hello. Can I help you with something?
Well, let's see if we both of them are more. Let's get rid of the Merc Adventure outfit and get a super stim pack, just one.
Thanks.
We need to get going.
Bye.
Have you found it? I need to give my report to Hardin soon.
Sorry, I haven't found it yet.
Then we have nothing further to talk about.
Show what it got for sale then.
Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look.
Reinforced combat armor. Pretty nice. Flemic lances, whatever those are. Yeah, let's get rid of the Merc Troublemaker outfit. See if I can get some... What kind of round do I need for the battle rifle? .308, of course. Let's go, what few we have.
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye.
So, can't get my stuff fixed, really. I'm just wondering where this fire range paladin they talked about was. Well, apparently got some patrols to find and a comm terminal to check, so might as well get on that. Alright. So out of the hidden valley. Out of the bunker. Oh. Quite a few hostiles nearby. Well, war is peace. Give peace a chance. Ban the bomb. Okay, well. So apparently there's a terminal at the Gibson scrapyard. That has to be checked out. Nonetheless. Okay. Okay. So, missing patrol with Black Mountain. That seems to be over here. There's one at Nellis Air Force Base and the Boomers are. I remember the NCR wanted me to go out and check that place out. Might as well do it at some point. Right, it's not too hazardous. I do want to get NCR's best books, while Caesar's Legion is trying to kill me, as they are.
Company, Grandma always had plenty for everyone. No matter what unexpected your family should have a 7-day supply of food on hand.
Might as well get rid of these box scorpions.
Safe in a shelter area, in an emergency, or during evacuation. Assure the future. Know the 6 steps to survival. Make this year your family's year for civil defense. You take the first step. Civil defense, an American tradition.
You better pray to the Lord when you see those flying saucers. It may be the coming of the judgment day. It's a sign there's no doubt about it. So I say, my friend, you'd better start to pray.
Okay. So we got one here, definitely. Whoa. Crazy here. Boy, am I glad I got ED upgraded. Kind of overkill for this, but I can see it coming in mighty handy. Coming back like that. Well, let's get up the Black Mountain, because apparently that's where we gotta head. Put on Black Mountain Radio, why not?
Welcome, you Tabitha, to another episode of Know Your Mutants. Today, we're proud to have best friend Tabitha with us. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here, Rhonda. You look good.
So what type of mutant did you
Neil
want to
Shack.
talk about this time, best friend Tabitha?
I thought I'd briefly talk about first-generation super mutants, Rhonda.
Ooh, what can you tell us about them?
What we call the first generation of super mutants, Rhonda, were actually created...
This is a dangerous place, human, especially for your kind.
What?
I suggest you turn back. There's nothing good waiting for you further on.
What the hell is that? What makes this a dangerous place?
You must have heard her radio broadcast. Though why a human would follow her invitation here is beyond me, unless you didn't listen very closely. The voice on the radio belongs to Tabitha, the supreme commander of Black Mountain, or as she calls it, the state of Utopia. She took control of this place almost 2 years ago. The super mutants here do whatever she says, and she says humans are to be killed on sight.
How'd she end up in control?
For years, Black Mountain was a peaceful community. Its leader, Marcus, broadcast an invitation to mutants throughout the wasteland. That's how I found Black Mountain. So did others, most of them second-generation mutants. Marcus welcomed everyone. That was his mistake. The community ended up being mostly second-gen, not very bright, but easy to influence. Fine until the Nightkin came along, led by Tabitha. In a week, she had most of the second-gens thinking she was some kind of prophet, and that she should be broadcasting her truth, not Marcus. Marcus saw what was coming and decided to leave before things got out of hand. He smashed the radio and left to found Jacobstown.
You say Marcus smashed the radio. Not very well, apparently.
There's a sad story behind that. Marcus smashed it just fine, but while we were gone, some ghoul named Raoul came along. Tabitha turned him into her personal mechanic. A slave, really. See, if I'd been standing down here, I could have warned him before it was too late.
Why are you here instead of Jacobstown?
Marcus sent me here a couple of months ago to check on Black Mountain. I suppose you could say I came here as a spy. But with no signs of Tabitha's weakening and none of the second gens ready to revolt or to come to Jacobstown, there wasn't much I could do. Down here, on the other hand, I've saved a dozen mutants from heading up the mountain. It's not much, but it's something. I have my own reasons to stay away from Jacobstown for a while. Reasons we won't be discussing. So I've stayed here.
Tell me about the Night King. Well, first tell me about Jacobstown.
The opposite of Black Mountain. A stable community of mutants, mostly. Led by a mentally stable leader. Humans are welcome there, so long as they behave themselves. Look northwest of Red Rock Canyon if you want to find it.
Tell me about the Nightkin.
The Nightkin are vicious in combat, and that's if you see them coming. Most don't. They were created to be soldiers and given devices to camouflage them in battle. Unfortunately, the devices drove most of them mad over time. They spend most of their time at the top of the mountain, but patrol the roads after dark as well. You do well to avoid the mountain at night.
Well, it's daytime, so now's the time to head up, I guess. What sort of trouble should I expect if I head up?
The road is a series of switchbacks up to the peak. There are 3 blockades plus patrols. Sneaking past them would be difficult. Just before the peak is a kind of shanty village. More second gens there. And then there's Tabitha's compound. heavily guarded by her nightkin.
Yeah, thanks for the warning, but I can take care of myself.
Yes, I hear that sometimes. And then I never see the people who said it again.
Radio Free Utopia, bringing truth to Utopians 24 hours a day. Welcome.
I still miss you, Rhonda, after all these years.
Also joining us from his log cell is Raul Tejada, master mechanic, who can be executed at any time. Hello, Raul. Or should that be Hola?
Either one works. Today you die, Raul! I command it!
Ooh, Raul! Supreme Commander Tabitha says you died today. Any reaction?
I'm going to obey Supreme Tabitha. Claro. Whatever she said. Just I feel so bad, I die before I fix her special robot.
Well, seems like Raul's not gonna die anytime soon. But this guy, on the other hand, pretty much has to. Gotta be ammo conservative here. Oh my. Maybe ammo conservative, but not to the extent where something current, something like that, is allowed to freely wander around. Holy hell. I want to take this guy out right quick. Try some AP here. Here he comes. Well, wasn't much of a match for Magnum rounds.